Good evening, welcome back to the channel, Up the Reds TV with me, Andy Canby. So, this one indirectly involves Liverpool Football Club. This video is about David Coote, who has got caught lambasting the people of Liverpool, ex-Liverpool manager, and the country of Germany. That's it. I could end the video now, but I'm not going to, because there's far more things to consider for the future. Yeah, he's got caught. He's going to get the book thrown at him, and rightly so. He's not going to referee again. If he referees again, there will be the biggest uproar that you will see in football, because not only are fans from Liverpool going to be outraged, there's going to be other supporters as well. Now, other supporters might say, well, no, we're not. It doesn't bother us. It's about Liverpool. Well, it's not really, is it? You know, it's just that Liverpool was mentioned. Could have been Man United, could have been Arsenal, could have been Chelsea. What other referees think like David Coote? What other referees think about certain players and certain managers? You can have an opinion, but when you hold a professional job, because that's what they are, professional referees. Somebody told me the other day they're on £6,000 a game. £6,000 a game. I can't believe that. You know, give me half that and I'll run around for 90 minutes and make better decisions. Do you know why? Because I've played the game. It's as simple as that. That is the simplest rule. You know, players who have played the game know when a player's feigning an injury, the way they go down, and things like that. I'm digressing, so let's get back onto him. Right, he's going to lose his job. And I say, if he doesn't, there'll be a massive uproar, and there should be. People are defending him today. That's the bit I don't like. Why should you defend somebody who, when the video first came out, denied all knowledge? That's not me. It's been hacked. And then a couple of hours later, yes, it is me. But I don't recall saying those words. First thing that comes to mind is bullshit. That's what you'd say. And that's what I said. And then everybody's jumping on the bandwagon, and that included myself, to say about, is the cheating going on in the game in this country? Are referees really held to account? What about this decision for this team, that decision for that team? As supporters, we could name half a dozen decisions that have gone against us, that have culminated into drop points. But it could be any team. It could be Chelsea, as I say, Arsenal, Tottenham, Leicester, Brighton. Look at Wolves. How many points they probably have been with decisions that have gone against them. And their manager came out, and their manager was warned about his conduct by the FA. Why would you want to do that, the FA? Why wouldn't you want to take a serious note of somebody that is bringing up, look, we might have a problem here, you know, because this is too often. So yeah, my main concern is that the FA have launched an investigation will be done by a separate body to the one that the Pgmol are doing. So you've got two different investigations going on by two separate bodies with separate people. because I can't see the same being used for both. My issue is that the Pgmol have to reform better. Howard Webb, I said when Howard Webb was made head that it would get worse, and I wasn't wrong. I'm sure out of the 230 odd videos I've made, I mentioned his name and I've said it in a video. So, and I hate to say it, but I'm proven right. I mean, he really, I mean, the Monday night when they do the Michael Owen looking at the decisions in some games, and he's literally making things up to justify why a decision was made. Yeah, there's some decisions where he said, look, I hold my hands up, it was wrong, it should have been, in my eyes it should have been. Well, in my eyes, right, why wasn't it? Not it should have been. You know, he said he's working really hard with this bunch of referees. Are these the same referees that went and took the Saudi money and refereed abroad? You know, it's just beggars belief that you can believe anything that comes out of Howard Webb's mouth. He should resign because he hasn't improved these set of referees. In my eyes, they've gone backwards. VAR's gone backwards massively, not just for our team, for all the other teams that it's affected. I've already mentioned Wolves. I could give you an example of Chelsea, I could give you an example of Manchester United, Leicester, Fulham, Brighton. You know, we could go on. But it's those with the big bollocks that actually say something about it, and then they get shot down. And that was Jurgen Klopp. You know, and David Coote put himself on that film and said what he said. We all use that word, the C-U-N-T word. But he used it and he referenced a country. Could have been any country, but he referenced that country. And the idiot next to him referenced the Scousers. I wonder if he's ever been to Liverpool. I bet he's had a night out in Liverpool, that lad. Because Liverpool's a great city, just like Manchester, just like Birmingham, Leeds, Newcastle. They're all brilliant nightlife cities. And he makes a comment about Scousers. It just doesn't add up, does it? It just doesn't beg a belief that you have people on social who think what they do behind closed doors and film it won't come out in the public domain. It always does. They always say that it comes out in the public domain. So, I just want to put everything to one side. Where do the FA, the Premier League, and more importantly the Pgmol go from here? Because this is massive. It wouldn't have been massive if the Premier League games were going ahead. You'd have said, right, he's been suspended immediately, so he's not going to be involved in football matches. Apparently, when the video came out, Pgmol were made aware of it. He got taken off Liverpool games. He hadn't refereed us for 4 years. But but he was still doing the stuff on VAR. There's one question I would like answering. Did you know about that? If you did, why did you cover it up? To the FA, did you know about that? Why did you cover it up? It's bordering on stupidity. The people that are running our game, and for that matter, even the Premier League, it says that the clubs run the Premier League. Well, those clubs put a chief exec in. We've had past chief execs. Did they know that this video existed before it came out in the public domain? If they do, there's serious consequences about this. I'd hate to think that the FA, the Premier League, and the Pgmol are colluding with each other to try and get out of this what is a sticky situation for them. And it couldn't have happened at a worse time, could it? Because as I said, if there was Premier League games going on, this would have been quickly swept under the carpet. You know, because us supporters, all we want to do is follow our teams. And that's all I want to do at the end of the day. But I also want to be officiated correctly. And I don't want to hear that, oh, well, they're only human. They're going to make mistakes. I understand that. If that's the case, let's get rid of VAR and let's go back to the old ways and then think like the old ways. Oh, yeah, he's dropped a clanger there, the ref. Yeah, but VAR's here to stay. And it's here to stay, maybe for one good reason, that we can call out these refs because we then have an opinion against their opinion. As I said, Howard Webb is not fit for purpose. He can't defend the indefensible, and that's what he goes and does on that programme. I mean, don't get me wrong, Michael Owen's probably the worst sort of like presenter that you could have on that show because he never challenges them. And he's an ex-footballer. And he doesn't challenge Howard Webb on some of the things. I'll go, oh, the programme's only half an hour. You could make it an hour, couldn't you? So yeah. So as I said, my concern is now, how do those three bodies get out of this mess? Because it is a mess. It's a massive mess. Because they all could get implemented into being caught about knowing that this video was about when it happened 3-4 years ago. Liverpool haven't made a comment on it. How much do Liverpool Football Club know about this? Anybody at the club know that this was coming out or anything? Or are they just waiting for the investigations to take place before they make a statement? It's one of those where this has to change massively. Has to. There has to be something positive that comes from it all. And that's where I want to go to. I want to see how can we make it better. You know, I've said, yeah, get rid of Howard Webb. The reason I'm saying that is because he's not up to the job. He's not good enough. You're probably saying, well, okay, you get rid of him, but who would you bring in? You know, who would you bring in? I've been saying for a while, foreign referees. is what's needed in this country at the top level. We watch Champions League games, don't we? We watch Europa games, watch conference games. We see foreign referees there, you know, refereeing the game, how it should be refereed. Don't seem to have much problem, and yet people say, yeah, well, they have a problem in Italy, they have a problem in Spain, they have a problem in Germany, just like we do. But their problems are probably not as big as the problems that we have in this country with our officials here. Because every club or every supporter from other clubs will have an opinion on a referee at their club. Anthony Taylor, is it Chelsea or Arsenal? Somebody else for Chelsea, Liverpool, Southampton, Spurs, Brighton. So yeah, something good has to come from it. I don't have the answer to who should be the head of the Pgmol. I haven't. If I did, I'd say now, but I haven't. Maybe you guys have. Maybe you guys in the comments can say what you think. The FA, it's not fit for purpose, the FA. It's a money-making machine. They say that they look after the game from top to bottom, but they don't really, do they? You know, the FA don't do that. I mean, I listened to something today about a 17-year-old referee getting suspended for 6 weeks because a male gender came onto the pitch, had a beard, and the referee said, "Are you a man?" FA did an investigation, and this 17-year-old girl referee has got banned for 6 weeks. What is a transgender player with a beard coming on to play in a women's game, would it be? I'm not so sure. It just beggars belief. Why are we even having this conversation? Why is this happening? Why are we doing mixed football when we know that when boys get to a certain age with the puberty and the strengths are going to be far stronger than the girls are when the girls reach theirs? And yet we're doing this kind of competition at a higher level. Not enough girls are involved in football, I understand that. So they're playing boys' teams, I understand. I don't mind that at an early age. As an ex-coach and as a manager, I don't mind that, say, up to the ages of 10, 11 maximum, and let them join a girls' team rather than play with the lads. It's not being discriminative. I'm just purely talking on a physicality point of view. They might have the skills set, which is great, but you start to think about other things. You start to think about growth, strength. So that was just one story today, and I'm thinking, that's the FA. Why are you not dealing with that? Why are we having a conversation in 2024 about that? So, yeah, they will not come out very good in this. And the FA will say, just like when there's independent investigation, oh, we're just going off what's been recommended. Pgmol will say the same. It'll be interesting to see what the Premier League's view is. you know, they aren't getting away with this either. Something like this has been festering. It's been festering and festering with supporters. Supporters have been mentioning it from different clubs, but just like these governing bodies, yeah, but it's only a comment. Oh, it's only supporters. Oh, it's only this club supporters. That's what they're like. But is this going to take something to change things about the beautiful game in this country? We'll just have to wait and see. But one thing is for sure, David Coote should be made an example of. He should not referee again. And that should be a lesson to all referees, all up and coming referees. Yes, you get abused in the stadia. Yes, managers are on your back. Yes, players are on your back. You're doing the game that you should be in love with. And you shouldn't be saying, well, I don't like him because he doesn't like me. I've given a decision against him, his team, because I didn't like his team. Because that's what it borders on. That's what it feels like. And that's not just at my club, that's at all clubs. All supporters will say that. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say in this video. I really wanted to talk something more positive. Well, there is positive things happening in the background, but I can't mention those in this video because it's got things to do with Liverpool Football Club. So, but they'll probably be mentioned in my next video, which will be the pre-match before the Southampton game after this rubbish international break. Okay, leave me your comments below. If you like the video, share it, and if you subscribe to the channel, I'll be more than pleased, more the merrier. Okay, this is Up the Reds TV. Have a boss night.